Hello. So, do you feel uncomfortable with your current productivity as a developer? Do you feel that you could deliver more code? Let me tell you, I felt that pain. During a long time in my career, I used to have short periods of intense productivity among long times of unproductivity and procrastination. Then I decided to change, and it has been several years since I've been steadily every day delivering code and feeling very good. So I'd like to share with you 9 tips to be a more productive developer. First of all, trust the team. Do more of developer work. So if you have a project manager of a scrum master, you can trust him to that he'll be taking care of making the deliveries. You have just deliver code. If you have a system analyst and if you have a product owner on the team, trust she or him to talk to the customer, ask to please solve this issue. How can I sort this? What's the criteria for sort for a report? So do more of developing if you can. Okay. Second, find out your inner productive state. So this, if may sound weird to you, please trust me. Okay, just close your eyes and do like a meditation. It's better for you to be alone in a quiet environment. Sit down, cross your legs, meditate. Remember when you were productive, and find out visual clues, auditive clues. What did you saw? What did you hear? How did you feel in your body? And as you meditate, come back to that old project where you were productive. And after only like 5 minutes, your unconscious will throw you with images of being productive, and then you know you are productive. Okay, because you've been there and you can go there again. So find it out. Recover my quick story. It was the tipping point of my career. Okay, when I found out by chance when I was doing a coaching regarding my career, and the next day that I found my old productive state, which was not back then, and the next day listening very loud Metallica's Black Album, I jumped into a very productive state. And I kept for weeks listening to the same music over and over and being productive. And I was just amazed, how can I do this? Through music. So then I found out other kinds of music, other hard rock, progressive rock, 80s, that makes sense for me. I found out that at night I better listen to jazz and take care. Some kinds of music will make you unproductive, so find that out. Through music, you can change the way you feel and get productive just only by listening to music. And music also, the headphones, is a sign for your coworkers not to interrupt you, which will make you more productive. And then also it kind of silences the environment and make you more focus on your task. And then you have to use also, fourth tip, you can use the Pomodoro technique that comes from this kitchen appliance that's used to measure time for cooking. But now you should measure, according to this technique, 25 minutes of non-interruptive productive work. And you have to do something like this. Okay, I'll just program for 95 minutes, because I know after 5 minutes, which will be the second Pomodoro, the break, that you can take a break of 10 or 15, up to 15 minutes. You can do whatever you want in the second Pomodoro. So you switch between 25 minutes of focus, 5 minutes of break. On the break, you can drink water, you can drink coffee, you can take a walk on the office. And after you repeat this 2 or 3 times, so it's 1 hour and a half, it's time for a longer break, one full Pomodoro. Okay, and then you can research on your new game, you can play online, you can go to social network, whatever you want. So repeat like then you have like, if you have 2 or 3 pomodoros of work, 1 of break, then you have like a 2-hour cycle that you repeat 3 or 4 times during the day. Take notes, start time, end time of all the productive pomodoros, and in the end of the day, look how many times have you been productive. Also, you can use an app. There's app for pomodoros, there are pages for pomodoros, and then start understanding what's happening. Fifth technique, you join the music in the Pomodoro, you have a playlist. So the first music of the playlist is a power song. So it's like that special music that you want to run, so at least do that. And so we start with a power song, and then continue with all the music that make you want to run, you make code. And the last song of the playlist is a music will make you quiet and then stop because it's time for a break. So if the playlist takes like 30 minutes, it's called a Songdoro. It was named by a friend of mine called Daniel Wild. So use Songdoros. So you're using music and Pomodoro in the same technique. And then the 6th tip for you is clean your desk. So I mean your physical desk. No objects there to distract you, only your computer, your mouse, your headphones, your smartphone. I like to take notes, so you can have a paper and a pen, whatever you need. And on your desktop, you also have to use your ID and whatever you use to work. But take care of the browser. You have to close the tabs that can distract you, especially email and social networking. Close those. Don't have those tabs open. Sometimes in my smartphone I used to put, if I want maximum attention, I put in the airplane mode, no distraction at all. So my 7th tip for you is write letters to yourself. So I write down when I finish the day and I want to go home and I want to have a clear mind, as David Allen says in the Art of Getting Things Done book. So I trust that in the end of the day, I wrote down, the next day I have to finish this method A and then refactor method B and whatever it is. So besides freeing your mind, it will put you on the next day quickly in the productive state. And you can do this if you are switching tasks, because if you are in one task and then you want to switch to another task, if you write down what you need to resume that other task, you resume it quicker if you take notes. And my 8th tip for you is similar to the last one, because maintain programming to-do lists. Because we as developers work on user stories. User stories can take a couple of days to get in. And where do you start? And how do you start a user story? So write down a list of 10 things, 15 things what you have to do. When you put that on paper, you're not thinking of it anymore. As Bruno says in his classes, you're acting, you are working. So if you look at the list written down, not in your mind, you know that the third item is the first that you have to do, and then you know the next item, so you go faster. It may surprise you, and when you finish, just scratch it, because you feel productive by scratching. Scratch until you're finished on that page, and then perhaps you can make a new page. And my 9th and last tip for you is save code snippets. So even if you have a good textual memory, you cannot know everything, and you have to find a solution for a small task like sorting, or like I'm an iOS developer making a round button and whatever. So I started to catalog my tips on an organized document, because there are so many of them, and I prefer not to remember. I write them down. I don't want to Google on it. So right now I have a long list, and I decided to share this with you. So I have an invitation. If you are an iOS developer, you can join my mailing list, and you start receiving weekly snippets for iOS development on your email until I reach 1,000 snippets. So I have the 1,000 snippets project. And also, if you are not an iOS developer, I will start writing some tips on being more productive developer. So if here's my invitation for you right now. The link is on the video here. Click on 1000snippets.com and join my mailing list. My name is Luciano Sklovsky and I'm iOS developer. I'm very glad that you're welcome to my 1000 Snippets project. Thank you.